and thought formation can influence each other. So let's do the same thing here. Eye contact and the nose contact, the tongue contact, and the body contact, as well as the mind contact, causing these three mental phenomena, mental formations, feelings, and perceptions. Your feelings can influence your perception. So when you feel something pleasant or unpleasant, it'll change your perception about that. Say for example, if you like a person, it'll change your perception about that person. And this perception in turn will influence your thoughts or mental formations. This is said very clearly in called Madhupindika Sutra, if you are familiar with that sutra. And so here's the same thing. Then I'm going to introduce what's called attention here. Now attention is, say for example, if you look at an object here, so it is in the yellow line. So if you look at say a red color object, say for example a flower, so this is the track that will be going, the mental track, that is eye, the object, eye consciousness. There's perception of the red color of the flower. So as soon as you close your eye, this happens very fast though, like just at a rapid speed. You can't even really see this happening, so your mind has to be really, really slow. But so when you say, for example, if you close your eyes, what will and smell the flower, for example, what will happen with your nose and smell of this flower? Then you get nose contact, and you get the feeling of the aroma of the flower. So either you might dislike the smell, or you might like it, or you can be equanimous. Sapa, dukkha, or upeksha, vedana in Pali. So this is the illustration here. You're looking at the flower, just by closing your eyes and smelling it very quickly. In a flash, it will change to perception, the smell of the nose. It's something like a 6-channel radio pretty much. So we are always, all the time, we are tuning in and out of the 6 channels. These are our 6 senses. So this is like an old radio where you get channels. Unfortunately, we don't have preset channels. So so if you have a preset channel, it's pretty easy. Unfortunately, we don't have. So all the time, what you're doing is tuning in and out. This is called the default mode network of the brain. I'll show you in a minute how we explain this scientifically. So I'm going to build the mind works model a little bit further from here. So from here on, I'm going to show you contact as one contact to keep the model simple. So I won't be showing 6 contacts here from here on. So it's the same thing here. The feelings can influence perception, perceptions can influence mental formations, and here I'm going to add another loop here. It's called thoughts. All the thoughts are received back into the mind as mind objects. So there is now you can see there is a loop, continuous loop. It's like a cycle here. So this loop can go on and on. I will show you in a later slide. So this loop is now pretty much connected. So whatever you like see or whatever you smell, eventually this is gone back to the mind as mind objects and stored as a memory. Anytime you want, you can recall that as an mind object. So I'm going to add another thing here, just to show the full dependent origination. So if you have, when there is feeling now, when there is contact, there is feeling. If you don't have wise attention, what happens is it will lead to craving. Craving, then you start clinging. Clinging will give rise to becoming. Becoming will give rise to birth, old age, sickness, and death. So I have grafted the last part of the dependent origination here to complete the whole model. In this slide, I'm going to illustrate how we can retrieve our memory as mind objects. Here you see in the yellow arrow there. you can retrieve our memory as mind objects and put into mind consciousness, and all three together again cause mind contact, and same route again, same pathway. You can see, you can, in the yellow arrow, your thoughts are recycled back into the mind. So this is what we are doing all the time while you're listening. Your eyes and your mind, you are doing this. Your memory is about something you have read before, you can just recycle back again as thoughts. So there is a phenomenon called wandering mind. This is a bit of a science slide I showed at the doctor's meeting. This study was published in a journal called Science. It's one of the best medical journals. And this was a group from Harvard. What they did, what they showed was people spend 46.9% of their waking hours thinking about something other than what they are doing. And this mind wandering typically makes them unhappy. So pretty much 50% of the time, basically what they are saying is, approximately 50% of the time when we are talking, we are watching something, we are walking or we are eating, we are thinking of something else. When I showed this slide to Venerable Dhammajiva in Mitirigala, he said scientists are wrong. He said 99.9% of the time we are thinking of something else. So what is the cause of this mind wandering, or we call the monkey mind? Some people call it the monkey mind. The monkey cannot stay still in one place, so jump from branch to branch. So it's called, this is another slide I showed at the meeting. This is called the default mode network of the brain. The brain's default mode network is a series of connected areas of neuronal circuits. This has been found very active during mind wandering. So what is shown in these white lines are the baseline default mode network activity of the brain. These are fMRI scans. And in this task, there's a task A given and the task B. In task A, there is a less activity here, shown in red, and the task B is higher levels of activity shown in this brain here. It's a cross section of the brain. So default mode default mode network is the monkey mind we all have, and what we all trying to do is train our monkey by doing meditation. So let's get back to the model here. Now I'm going to talk about mental proliferation. It's called papanya, right, in Pali? Papanya? Papancha. So this is the pathway of papancha, or mental proliferation, or some people translate as conceptual proliferation, papancha. So contact will lead to feeling. Feeling can lead to perception, the same pathway, and mental formations, and back. So what we do is we keep thinking about the past, present and the future, so through this loop. So mind keeps wandering. This is the activity of the default mode network. So excessive mental proliferation of the past can lead someone to depression. So we are always thinking about whatever happened in the past activity, and can bring us down. So it can lead to depression. Also, it's possible if somebody is thinking too much about the future, what's going to happen, what will happen, always anxious about something, and this can lead to anxiety. Now I'm going to introduce a concept called psychophysical organism, or name and form. In Pali we call Nama Rupa. Now Nama consists of 5 things: contact, mental formations, feelings, perceptions, and attention. For the moment, think this as just attention. So Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, Manasikara, these are called the nama or the name, and Rupa part